For WTSA News and for Brattleboro Community Television on your Friday, March 10th, my name is Ian Kelly. These are the stories we're following at this hour. 2 Brattleboro residents have been arrested on drug possession and sale charges. 29-year-old Stephen Hallway and 45-year-old Nelena Bowman were arrested at an Oak Street address by members of the Southern Vermont Drug Task Force on Thursday, and both were released on conditions until an April arraignment. The arrests are the result of an investigation into drug trafficking in the region, and task force members say they made several controlled purchases of crack cocaine and fentanyl. Brattleboro will host a community forum organized by the Vermont Judiciary Commission on Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Members of the community are invited to the forum to provide comments about the diversity, equity, and inclusion practices of the judiciary. The event will take place on April 26 at Windham Superior Court here in Brattleboro between 4 and 5 p.m. The forum includes the option to join online via WebEx. 6 new COVID-19 deaths were reported in New Hampshire this past week. 664 new positive tests for the virus were reported by the State Department of Health and Human Services. 26 patients were treated in the hospital for COVID. Vermont's top 3 attempted frauds deal with vehicles, home improvement, and retail. Attorney General Charity Clark says the Consumer Protection Division last year received over 1,000 complaints and recovered more than $450,000 for Vermont consumers, nearly doubling the total amount of recoveries for Vermonters compared to 2021. Clark encourages all Vermont consumers, including small businesses, to reach out to the Consumer Assistance Program for help. Senator Bernie Sanders has introduced legislation that would cap the list price of insulin at no more than $20 per vial, reducing the cost of the drug for more than 7 million people who use insulin across the United States and the 1.3 million Americans who were forced to ration insulin last year. WTSA Sports, here's something you don't hear all the time. The Bruins lost last night. The Bruins losing to Edmonton despite starting off with a 2-0 lead. Bruins lose to the Oilers 3-2. David Pastrnak did score his 45th goal of the year in the loss. The Bruins host the Detroit Red Wings on Saturday. Puck drops at 1 p.m. Celtics visit Atlanta tomorrow night. Tip-off against the Hawks is at 7:30. For WTSA News and for Brattleboro Community Television here on your Friday, March 10th, have a safe and tremendous weekend, everybody. My name is Ian Kelly.